Alright, so let's just jump right in here. It starts out with this, it repeats a lot of things throughout the song, and here's like its main, perhaps, signature theme. Just kind of a little intro. We're going to start out, plant your pointer finger here, 3rd fret of the A string, and with the ring finger up here in the 7th fret, A note of the D string, and we're just going to walk down chromatically. You just hit the note, and then the top 2 strings, the 3rd and the E. So you go 7th fret, 3rd and the E, 6th fret, 3rd and the E, 5th, 4th, and now there's several ways you can go about fingering. You got to land here where it's 3rd and 3rd. So you've walked from the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And that's a handy way to do it too. You can just bar it down with this finger. So you got to reach up here and pick up 5, 3 on the A, and land on this big open E chord. 1, 2, 2, and open. So you land on that. And jumps right into the verses. Alright, so the verses, there's 4 times I can think of that this repeats through the song. But here's the very familiar verse. It starts on the A chord. And it's going 2nd fret of the G, 2nd of the D, 4th of the A string, and open E. Go hit that twice. And we're going to come down here and play what's essentially it's a D minor chord, 2nd here on the G and 1st on the E. And what you'll do is you'll hit that 2nd fret of the G, hit the rest of the chord, and then come down here and land 3rd fret of the A. You know, you could just, I'm just kind of moving my fingers out of the way so you can see better. You could just, you know, if you're making a D minor chord, 2nd fret here, 1st fret of the E, just hit that A string, strum the chord, and land here 3rd fret of the A string. And then there's this little phrase. I'll play the whole thing, we'll break it down. Wait, what is it? Oh, yeah. Let's look at that real fast. You're going to come down here, 2nd fret of the A string. It's our 1-finger G chord here. Bottom 2 open. High E. Back to twice on that 2nd fret. This little chord here, I think it's some sort of A diminished, but here A, or sorry, 2nd fret of the G, 1st on the D, and open A. 3rd fret again on the A. Move up here to this really cool chord, which is 5, 4, and 6. That drops down to 3, and lands in this E chord, 2, 2, and 4. So that little phrase together again was one more time here, both of them. Now the first time you do it, it comes back down, and for the only one time in the whole song does it do it this way. It comes back down to this A diminished, I believe, chord. 2, 1, and open. Goes to that. Reach up, grab 3rd fret of the A, and just land in that E chord again. 1, 2, 2, and open. But that's the Mi, Mi, shall. And every other time in the song it does it different, except for that. Alright, so then the whole thing repeats again. Just like we just did. now this time and every other time in the song it will go, because he's in French now. So again, we go back to our little chord here, 2, 1, and open. And you just have to walk up. You hit the 3 notes, then you hit 2nd fret on the A string, and 3rd fret. And then back into that E chord. You know, it's the très bien ensemble line. So again, one time, I'll do this one more time here. So the first time through, first time just does that. Second time through, and again, every other time in the song, when that comes along, it's gonna do it that way. And then it leads into, I guess, what we'll call the bridge here next. All right, let's look at this bridge here, which is the I love you, I love you, I love you part. And it's gonna start out open E string. Here, move back a little bit. Open E. Now we're gonna go to an A minor chord here, where it's 2nd fret of the bottom 2, 3rd fret of the A, pinky on the 5. We hit the full A minor and walk it down 3rd fret to the open on the E string. Do it again. We do it twice. It's going to jump up here, literally just bar on the 7th fret, the top 3 strings, the D, A, and E. And come back to the A minor chord. One more time. From here, a C7 chord, 3, 2, and 3. And while keeping, you can keep these 2 fingers in position. I guess you don't really have to keep those fingers into position. But I find myself, I usually do. But, so we're going to come from the C7th. I ramble sometimes. And we're going to go from the open to the 1st, open to the 1st twice, and land here on the 3rd fret. And then just kind of lay that into an F chord, which is 2, 3, and 3. So you're just kind of moving from a C7 to an F there. So one more time, putting this together. C7, F. Now it drops to an E7, which is 1st fret on the G string, open D, 2nd fret on the A, and open E. And you're going to reach up at one point and grab the 5th fret for 1 note on that high E. And we're going to sink back into an A minor chord by holding it here, 2, 2, and 3. And then with our pinky on the 5th fret, just drop it down from the 5 to the 3. So you wind up on an A minor. Alright, so one more time that whole thing. E7. And now it just goes back in. Well, it goes from the 2 notes there, from the 3 to the 5. And goes right back into our main little theme. Now what it'll do, it'll go back to the verse one more time. This time, we can always do it like that. It only does through there one time and goes back into the this bridge that we just did. E7. One more time through the main theme. And we're up to the solo. Alright, so let's look at the solo here. I'll run through it once for you and we'll break it down. But it sounds like this. Let's check this out. Starting out on a different kind of A chord, just second fret of the G, second of the D, open A, open E. Then you'll walk up from the open A second to the fourth, and then from the fifth to the open E, and you'll make a partial D minor here. You don't really need that bottom note, although it certainly doesn't hurt if you throw it there, but you can just hit the middle two open and the first fret here, and in their third fret of the A string. Then one finger G chord, second fret of the A and the bottom two open. Then you walk up second, third, and fifth fret of the G string. Our little A diminished here, 2, 1, and open. Another little walk up, 0, 2, 3 on the A, and land there on the 4. So here's that, all together there. Down here the second, walk up, fifth. There's our fourth, and then all we have to do here is 6th fret of the D and 4th of the G string. This little 2-chord formation, 2-note formation. Take it, slide it down towards 2nd and 4th. 3rd to the open on the A string. And then back up here where it's 6 and 4 on the bottom 2. Then there's just this little run. Whoop. And we're going to run up here. 2nd, 4th, 6 on the D, open A to 2nd on the A, to open E string, because that open E will lead you back into, another, I guess that's a bridge. But one more time on this solo. And then what the song will do, back to this, just like before. Back into our main theme. Alright, so it's got one more verse. And it'll just like before, A chord, D minor, this whole deal. And then there's one more part of the song that it hasn't done yet. I'll just call it the second bridge, I guess, when I write it out. And it's this part right at the very end. So it starts out with these little pickup notes, and I will, when he's doing the line there. Now this is very similar to our main theme. It's going to be plant, right here, first fret, first finger in the 3rd fret, and ring finger in the 7th fret. And hit those 2 notes, so 3 and the 7 together. Open A, you go 5 and 6 on the A and D strings respectively. 2nd fret, 3 and 5 on the A string, D string, open, and then 5 on the A, 4 on the D, 2nd, and barring the 3rd fret on the middle 2 strings. See, if you do it right, you'll still get this descending melody here on the D string, just like before, but there's just a little bit extra going on between the notes than before. Again, 3 and 7, open A, 5 and 6 to the 2nd fret, 3 and 5, open A, here's the 5th fret here to 4, the 2, bar the middle 2 and the 3rd fret, and lastly walk down here, 2, open, and then to the 6th fret here on the D string, and your harmonies 4th on the G. And then the last, the my, me, shall, just open, 2nd, and then what it does is it goes back into our solo. Because, just the melody right there would stop, my, me, shall, but this is the A, that's the very beginning of our solo. Does everything there we just did, and the very last thing, it makes this little run. 2, 4, 6, open, 2, and you can end on the A right there. Alright, hey, thanks for tuning in today for our look at Michelle by the Beatles. Hope you have a great day. Appreciate you being here, and see you next time.